little short here, so we got to readjust. My name is Justine Sandoval, and I am the community organizer for NARAL Pro-Choice Colorado. And I'm also one of the millions of women that the Affordable Health Care Act has helped in the United States. Under the ACA, women have benefited from the guarantee of equal health care rights and better access to women's services, improving the well-being of millions of women in the United States. The ACA ended discriminatory practices by insurance companies against women by eliminating the gender rating, which forced women to pay $1 billion more than men each year for identical health care coverage. Thanks to the ACA, women are bearing healthier children. Prior to the ACA, only about 12% of insurance policies covered maternity care. Now that is mandated under the ACA in the United States. The Affordable Health Care Act also ensured women's access to preventative services, often free of copay. Services like mammograms, well women visits, diabetes testing, birth control. In fact, birth control was one of the biggest expansions under the ACA. It was covered by all insurance plans without any out-of-pocket costs, saving women hundreds of dollars per year. And thanks to better access to birth control, we've actually seen a decline in unintended pregnancy rates throughout the nation, especially here in Colorado, where we've offered free, long-acting reversible contraception for 5 years. In that 5 years, we reduced teen pregnancy by 41%. We've also reduced abortions by 41% in the state, as well as seen significant cost savings for the state of Colorado, which is further proof that when you let women make their own choices about their health care and their body, it helps everybody. Right now, what we see under the proposed GOP plan is a direct attack on women. First things first, Planned Parenthood is targeted directly, will have 1 year freezing in total federal funding under this new proposed plan. And they will also achieve their goal of defunding Planned Parenthood by making them ineligible for any Medicaid reimbursement for services that they offer to women around the nation. Often Planned Parenthood is the only choice for women. So by doing this, we are ultimately saying that women's health care and access to health care is not important to the GOP. The provision would also ban tax credits from being used on health care plans that cover abortion services. And it makes it even harder for women to access a safe and legal abortion in the United States. Healthcare costs would increase significantly by increasing out-of-pocket costs and eliminating benefits and consumer protection provisions set out by the ACA that will severely hurt families and raise the cost of health insurance significantly for these families. Being a woman is not a pre-existing condition. And we refuse to go back to a time where that was actually an acceptable notion in this country. This new plan does nothing more than hurt vulnerable individuals and gives huge tax breaks to the wealthy. It hurts women and families, and we as Coloradans reject any health care bill that refuses to recognize women as people. We must fight back, and we must make sure our voices are heard loud and clear, not only by Senator Gardner, but by every single member of Congress. Health care is a right, and reproductive health care is health care. And we will push back on any legislation that says otherwise. And we stand here with you today as we continue to fight for health care for every single U.S. citizen. Thank you.